So here's our drill we can take to the range to start to make this path number more from inside instead of out over the top. Hey golfers, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we're going to take a look at one of the kind of swing killers, one of the most common things that I see, and obviously by the questions that I got in our recent video where I sent out to you guys to let me know what you're struggling with. This was a common trend, and this was the over the top downswing, or think of this as the transition, what you do from the top to start the golf swing. Okay, so the questions came from at TJV Beham 5831. That's Birmingham. I actually spoke to this guy, plays golf not too far from where I went to college. Enjoying your videos, David. My reoccurring issue is pulling my irons to the left of target. The ball flight is straight, but direction 10 or 20 yards left. Very common over the top move transition. At 7 backhand. Hi David, great visual video. My problem is from the top of the backswing, throwing arms and therefore shoulder towards the ball over the top with pulls, divots pointed left. Really common thing. So if you're seeing that, it's kind of the shoulder, and he's hit the nail on the head there, and we're going to get fixing that today. Next one, at user, lots of things, I'll not go through them all. Generally good striker of the ball, but often straight pull left. Suspect it's my transition at the top of the swing. Club face is good at impact on TrackMan, and TrackMan is what we're going to use today to show this and show you how to change it. Okay, so basically all of those things, let's think outside of those questions. If you're a golfer whose divot points left, pulls the ball straight left with not much curve, or maybe starts left, curves further left, and slices, right? So this is a really big one, and it isn't so much to do about what's happening at impact, which we'll look at, but actually what you do from this first move down. You get that wrong, now we're snookered. Okay, so let's take a look on TrackMan at some of the numbers we would see when we get this transition per at the top of the backswing. Okay, so before we get started, keep dropping your messages in. I'm going to keep doing these videos for you guys. As I said, we're going to help a lot of people out with this. And before we do get stuck into this, if you could, please don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's get going. So this over the top move basically starts from the top of the backswing. We throw the club over the top of the plane. Okay, we're going to get into why that's happening, plus some really nice drills to be able to start fixing it. Now, once we throw the club over the top, the club gets above plane, and it has no choice now to come back in, and this moves our path to the left. That's this number, -6. I'll try and do another one. Over the top move, remember, starts from here, this way. So 7 degrees to the left. Okay, minus means left on TrackMan. I don't want to get bogged down by the numbers, but it's just a nice visual for you guys. 0 would be the target, minus is left. So at impact, that club was traveling 7 degrees this direction. Okay, all because of how I started the downswing. Okay, so we need to fix that. We need to reduce that number, especially for you guys kind of pulling the ball straight to the left. We need to make sure we level that number out, or even get it coming from inside. All right, now let's tackle this first move down from the top in order to change that number and get you some drills to start to fix it. So the biggest reason I see people make this mistake is when they get to the top of the backswing, they feel the need to turn. And I hear that all the time. Do I need to turn my body more? My hips, my shoulders, am I turning? And yes, you are turning. I'm yet to see a golfer who hasn't turned in the downswing. But the problem is a lot of golfers try and do it too much and too quickly, and it's straight from the top. Now watch what happens if I get to the top of my swing and think, right, turn my shoulders, my hips. Naturally, that club's getting thrown out over the top. Okay, so what we're going to do, and there should be rotation, but there should also be a separation between what your hips are doing and your shoulders. They don't move all as one. That is the club throwing out over the top. In particular, golfers reference their right shoulder throwing out, and that is the real killer. Now what we're going to do is we're going to think about our back. All right, now as we start the downswing, what I want you to feel is that the back stays to the target for as long as possible. Now as you watch it from this angle, you'll see where this club comes from, back to the target as long as I can, gets me down inside. Get to the top, spin the back out or the right shoulder forward. That's our over the top. Okay, now don't panic as well, because a lot of golfers say, but should I not be turning, should I not be rotating? Again, I'm yet to see somebody hold their back to the target long enough to where they finish this way. They are going to rotate through. Okay, so don't worry about that. We got to tone down this upper body rotation happening so soon. All right, so I'm going to hit a shot nice and slow, and what I'm going to feel is holding my back to the target as long as possible. We'll see if we change that number. $7.9. Granted, a little much. You do that and you might be back here because you're hooking the ball. But for a lot of golfers that swing over the top, it's not going to change to that extent. Okay? That's me holding my back. And if you notice, I still finished my golf swing rotated. All I felt was, how do I hold my back as long as possible in the downswing, not throwing it out? That's the killer. That's what gets us over the top. Okay, so let's take a look at a really simple drill that you can take to the range to start to tone down this upper body rotation happening so soon. And I guess the big reason this happens for a lot of golfers is when they try and hit the ball hard or swing fast. You know, it does feel powerful to go that way. That feels strong, but it's inefficient by the time the club gets to the ball. You'll be amazed at how this feels in here. I often think about, if I was going to skim a stone, I would skim it this way. I wouldn't just throw the shoulder out and skim it, because it would just dig down into the water. It wouldn't skip. All right, so nice way of thinking about it. Right, let's take a look at this drill and what we're going to do on the range in order to fix and tone down this upper body movement. So everybody's favorite part, the drill part. I reckon sometimes people say, shut up, Dave, and get to the drill. But you know me, I like to explain why we're doing something. I'm not going to stand here and just tell you, do this and expect it to be perfect. I'm going to explain why you need to do it. Okay, so here's our drill we can take to the range to start to make this path number more from inside instead of out over the top. So we're going to take our setup to the golf ball as normal. You're going to take your right foot back to the point where the toe is in line with your left heel, your lead heel. Okay, now this is already kind of shutting me down from that ability to be able to swing this way. So I can hold my back to the target here and get this club inside. What I don't want to do is do this drill and go that. That's no good. So we're up here. We're back to the target. You can see how that lets that club fall in. So you pullers and slicers, nice and easy, is really going to help. Back. To the target. 8.5. Granted, these shots I'm doing for the drill, a hook is my bad shot, so that comes very easy for me. You want to believe how difficult it is for me to throw the club out over the top, and I know for some of you think, oh, I'd love to have that problem, but it comes with its own problems as well. But as I say, this slicer, don't worry, you'll not overdo this. Okay, so get set up, drop the right foot back, get the back to the target and hold it there. You will rotate. That way. 11.8, getting crazy now. 10.8, sorry. You'll Really notice the difference in the strike off this as well. Okay, and if you want to, I'm completely fine with, as you start this, put it on a tiny tee. Don't have to hit off the ground right away, just a nice small tee. Get the feeling of keeping the back as long as you can. I'll actually show you it from this angle. Coming down, back spin out, club over the top. That one, back to the target. This way, club can attack from the inside. Okay, guys, so let me know in the comments how you find this drill. I'd love to hear. I'm really just buzzing by the comments when people let me know how it's going. And also, again, for this video, drop it in the comments, any swing issues you're having or any questions you might have. Okay, so before we go, if you could, please don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We'll see you guys soon.